Let's go ahead and get a check of our forecast here with 23 ABC's meteorologist Brandon Michaels. We know with this beautiful weather, a lot of people are going to be on the road.
Yeah, be on the road, be outside, just enjoying this really nice weather that we've got, not only for today, but here to stay. We're going to stay really, really nice for really the foreseeable future, so lots of good news. In the forecast here, certainly very comfortable right now. We're at 78 in Bakersfield, McFarland's at 74, lots of 70s, all 70s really here in the valley. Still a couple of 80s over in the desert and mainly 60s through the mountains, so pretty comfortable for everybody. We did have some stronger winds early, but you can see those winds for the most part died down. Wind's not a huge factor right now. They haven't been a factor at all through the day here in the valley, but if we look over into the desert, we do see we had some wind gusts earlier in the day that were about 50 miles per hour, so they were on the strong side for us earlier in the day. Unfortunately, they are going to come back a little bit tomorrow. Not as strong as they were today or last night, but they will be at least a little bit breezier through the mountains and into the desert. Some gusts 30, maybe even as high as 35 miles per hour. Even here in the valley, we're going to start to see some winds about 15 miles per hour later in the day. So a little bit more air moving around. With that, our air quality actually gets a little bit better for tomorrow. 55, your air quality index, that puts us in the moderate range for tomorrow. So relatively clear skies. And as far as the cloud cover is concerned, we're going to have relatively clear skies there as well. A couple of high, thin clouds really all day long. Temperatures very comfortable to start the day off and really staying in a pretty decent range. Eventually, we are going to make it into the 80s, but we'll top out about 81 degrees for your high temperature for tomorrow. Looking at the forecast across the county, 81 for Bakersfield, mostly 70s for the rest of the valley. Bakersfield running a little bit warmer as usual, 60s and 70s through the mountains, and we are going to see some warmer spots over in eastern Kern County. The potential for some upper 80s over toward Ridgecrest. Now, let's take a look at the extended forecast. Not a ton of change. Winds pick up a little bit more into Thursday. Temperatures don't really change all that much, just a degree or two here or there. Eventually we get a little bit warmer Sunday into Monday. There are some signs of a little bit of a cool down as we head into next week. The exact details on that, the timing, the intensity of that system, still kind of up in the air, but I am hopeful that we will see those temperatures start to trend downward a little bit and maybe even some rain in the forecast there. For our mountain communities, we keep those temperatures again very steady through the forecast, eventually seeing some 80s after a lot of 70s in the Kern River Valley. Tehachapi and Fraser Park eventually getting into the 70s, but spending most of the forecast in the 60s. The bigger difference, though, for the mountains and into the valley is going to be the winds. We are going to keep those breezy conditions with us in the mountain communities through at least on Saturday. Potential for some calmer weather as we head into next week. But overall, even with a little bit of a wind, it's a pretty nice forecast.
Perfect walking weather.
I agree.
To get outside. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Brandon.